Hitmaker.
Yo, what up guys, Markin here, bringing you another Halo Reach gameplay. I'm using the DMR. We're playing Slayer DMRs. It's new, it's different to this channel. New and different! We're also playing on this map. I really don't know the name of the maps in this game. Really, no idea. I know I posted up one or two other gameplays on this map. I tend to do well on it. It's all about kind of controlling this top area. And, just beasting people that are trying to come up the top area. I made a video yesterday, on the day before, I don't really remember. Get double beatdown, slut! Yesterday on how Call of Duty has changed our games and how they've changed video games in general. And I made a lot of points on that video, and I have way super tons more. But, the video was only, I don't know, 6 minutes long or so, as is this one. This is like 6.5 minutes as well. So I wanted to get down into a specific, and this video I wanted to talk about more of how COD's perk system has really affected, our games as a whole. Don't ever chase people in this game, because they're always going to be hiding with shoddy, beasting, getting double kills. So the perk system, like I talked about in my previous video, it really, obviously it wasn't the first game to ever use a perk system, but it really made it a necessary evil, I guess you could say. There was so many different selections to choose from, but it was kind of always like there was one or two perks in certain tiers that, outclassed all the other ones in that same tier. So obviously Modern Warfare 2, you had stopping power that really took the cake, and if you didn't use stopping power you were at somewhat of an advantage. But they had it balanced out. I believe in COD 4 where stopping power was on the same perk as the UAV jammer, which was basically a stealth perk. So you had to make decisions and base your playstyle on the perks that you selected, or base the perks that you select on your playstyle. So going into other games now, even a game like Battlefield now, where Battlefield is purely a class-based shooter. It's always been that way. It's always been a class-based shooter, and it's been a great one forever. Since it really first came out, it's been that way. So with the introduction of, Call of Duty kind of making these perks more popular and more prevalent, more relevant in the gaming scene. Even games like Battlefield, where I think it was starting with Bad Company 2. I may be wrong, don't quote me on that. But definitely with Bad Company 2, Battlefield 3, they also have perks. I mean, they call them specializations instead of perks, but it's the same thing. You have specialization to carry more ammo, which is just like scavenger. You have a specialization to be less affected by suppression that's in Battlefield 3, and so on and so forth. So they even a game that's is a class-based shooter and set up completely differently is using a perk system now, which it's, depending on how you look at it, it's either a great thing that these games are evolving, they're changing because the times are changing. It's not the exact same game that it's always been. It's not the same community that's playing now. So these people are changing their games, developers are changing to fit in with the grand scheme of things. Now, you could think of it also as a bad thing. Look at that juicy nade. You could think of it as a bad thing as well, where you have games changing their whole, the whole way that they're played, trying to be more popular. Now with the perk system particularly, I mean, that's kind of like if you want to, playing any game that you can customize weapons or loadouts or anything like that, if you want to stay off the map, if you want to be stealthy, you pick a gun with a silencer on it. Bad Company 2, if you want to stay off the map, you'd pick your engineer class. Those those engineer weapons, the SMGs, were already silenced, and you'd stay off the map that way. In other games, you would choose your own silenced weapons to stay off the map, and you would use yourself that way. Now, the introduction of Call of Duty and their perks, and making the perks popular, it was more along the lines of, you don't necessarily have to go with your silencer, but if you really want to stay off the map, you'd use Ghost, you'd use Assassin, UAV Jammer, whatever, game you're playing. So that kind of ties into what I want to make my next video about, which is kill streaks, where if there were no kill streaks, there would be no reason for a stealth perk. Your UAV Jammer, your Ghost, or anything like that. If you just pick your silenced weapon to stay off the map, you're not going to show up on the minimap when you fire. It's not going to happen. But now, with the introduction of these perks, especially Ghost, the Ghost type perks, the stealth perks, since there's kill streaks, you need something to counter that specific kill streak. So you can use, a spy plane, a UAV is your kill streak, shows people on the map. You can counter that by either setting up a counter UAV yourself, or you can set it up using a stealth perk such as Ghost. So you need perks to counterbalance the kill streaks that are now in games. So my next video I want to talk about kill streaks. I want to know what you guys think on the actual perks themselves and how they've affected games. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you later.